If your money is sitting in a traditional bank, you're losing cash. Even worse, you might not even know it, while you're earning pennies in interest every month. Millions of Americans are putting that same money into accounts that pay up to 4.5% per year, with zero fees, automatic withdrawals, and guaranteed protection. Yes, this is real. It's legal, it's simple, and it's available to anyone with internet access. The problem? Big banks don't want you to know about this. The less you know, the more they profit. And that's why today I'm going to show you exactly how this new wave of high-yield account works, why they're blowing up across the United States, and how you can escape financial stagnation today, just by tapping a few buttons. Leave a like and subscribe to our channel to support us. Let's get straight to the point. Big banks like Wells Fargo, Chase, and Bank of America offer savings accounts with ridiculous returns, around 0.01% per year. That means if you leave $1,000 there for an entire year, you'll get 10 cents. That's right, 10 cents for $1,000. Meanwhile, fintechs and digital banks like SoFi, Ally, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, Discover, and even Apple Savings are offering between 4% and 5% per year. With full liquidity, no hidden fees, and FDIC insurance, the same protection as traditional banks. Translation: your money earns more, stays protected, and you still have full control via an app. Sounds too good to be true? That's exactly what the traditional banks want you to think. But why do these accounts pay so much more? Because these companies don't spend billions on physical branches, CEO bonuses, or TV ads. They operate 100% online and pass that savings back to the customer. They also focus on user experience. Everything is simpler, faster, and more transparent. In many cases, you receive interest daily. You watch it grow in real time, and you can transfer, invest, or withdraw whenever you want. It's a new way of dealing with money. And the younger generation, especially Americans between 18 and 35, are joining in massive numbers. That's why these accounts are exploding in Google searches, TikTok videos, and Reddit threads. And there's more. Some of these accounts come with extra perks that make it nearly impossible to stick with traditional savings. SoFi, for example, offers up to $300 in bonuses just for your first deposit. Apple Savings pays 4.5% and integrates with the iPhone wallet. Marcus links directly to investment tools from Goldman Sachs. And they all have one thing in common: 100% free from monthly fees, maintenance charges, or minimum balances. This isn't just a financial revolution. It's a quiet movement of everyday people earning more money, simply by moving what they already had. Literally, just changing where their money sleeps. And that changes everything. Now, if you're wondering, but is this safe? Can I trust it? Here's the raw truth. All of these accounts are protected by the FDIC up to $250,000 per person, just like any traditional bank. In other words, your risk is the same, basically zero. The difference is that now, your money is actually earning, and that completely changes the game for your financial freedom. Imagine earning $40 a year, $80, $120, just by putting your money in a different place and doing absolutely nothing else. It's that famous concept, money working for you, but at the most basic and accessible level. If you've made it this far, you're probably seriously thinking about moving your money, and you're right to do so. Here's the thing: the sooner you act, the more you earn. Every month you leave your money in the wrong account, you're paying an invisible price. Loss of purchasing power, wasted time, and worst of all, missed opportunities. And don't be fooled. Traditional banks won't warn you. They don't want to lose you as a customer. But today, with the right information, you can make one simple decision that could earn you hundreds of dollars per year, with zero risk, zero effort, and full security. Comment below, which bank is holding your money right now? And how much interest are you actually earning today? Let's compare in the comments and see how many people are literally sleeping on their cash. Because if there's one thing you absolutely cannot do anymore, it's let your money earn zero. Leave a like and subscribe to our channel to support us. In recent years, a silent revolt has been growing in the United States. Millions of Americans are slowly leaving the big banks, not with protests or signs, but with practical actions, moving their money to platforms that actually offer returns. The reason? Built-up frustration. Decades of hidden fees, meaningless returns, and being treated like a number. Trust is eroded, not because of one big scandal, but because of a long string of small daily abuses. And when the alternative appeared, digital accounts offering up to 5% returns with no fees, the decision became obvious. This shift is more than a financial choice. It's a gesture of autonomy, a way of saying, I'm done making banks richer while they give me nothing back. Gen Z grew up connected, critical, and fast. They won't wait 3 days for a check to clear. They won't accept pennies and interest while banks make billions. For them, what matters is convenience, transparency, and autonomy. That's why they're leading the charge into high-yield digital accounts. They research, compare, share referral links on TikTok, and make financial decisions based on what works, not what's traditional. And in this new mindset, leaving money idle is almost a sin. The trend isn't just about using money better. It's about using time, resources, and information more efficiently. For this generation, the bank of the future fits in your pocket, yields like an investment, and is controlled with a tap, not a line. What used to be hidden in finance blogs is now going viral on TikTok, Reels, and YouTube. Financial influencers and even anonymous accounts are exposing the behind-the-scenes truth with screenshots and real comparisons, showing how you can earn dozens or even hundreds of dollars per year just by switching your bank account. The language is simple, the content is practical, and the message is clear. Want your money to work harder? Just switch banks. And when someone sees a video with millions of views and comments saying, this actually works, the social proof kicks in. It's not just advice. It becomes a cultural trend. And that fuels a cycle. More curiosity, more searches, more account migrations. It all started with one video. Now it's a movement. After the pandemic, Americans became more cautious about their money. Global instability, rising inflation, and the fear of the next crisis triggered an urgent need. Protect what you already have. And that's where high-yield savings accounts come in. They don't promise to make you rich, but they offer something rare. Steady earnings, guaranteed security, and total liquidity. For many, that's better than gambling on the stock market or leaving money idle and losing value. It's a way to stay in control amidst chaos. So this trend is born out of anxiety, and it grows stronger because of practicality. When the future is uncertain, every decision matters. And putting your money where it grows has quietly become a top priority. The financial transformation in the U.S. didn't happen overnight. It grew like a snowball, fueled by each new user who discovered a digital account, was surprised by the returns, and told 3 friends. Reddit groups started listing the best accounts of the month. Short videos compared banks side by side. And soon, an entire community formed, sharing experiences, bonus codes, and strategies. The trend didn't spread through million-dollar ad campaigns, but through honest conversations and organic recommendations. Today, those who haven't switched feel like they're falling behind. It's a collective effect. The more people change, the weaker the old system gets. And once the snowball starts rolling, nothing can stop it. For decades, Americans had an almost emotional connection with their banks. It was normal to keep the same account for 10, 20, even 30 years. But that loyalty is collapsing. New generations see no reason to stay with institutions that offer no advantages. And older generations are starting to realize that blind loyalty only benefits the bank, not the customer. Today, switching accounts is as easy as downloading an app. No lines, no paperwork. And with welcome bonuses and real interest rates, the decision is now based on numbers, not nostalgia. The age of loyalty is over. Now, money goes where it's treated best. And the banks that don't get that will be left behind. In recent years, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates to fight inflation, and that created an unexpected opportunity. Digital banks began offering aggressive yields on savings accounts. While traditional banks kept rates low, despite record profits, digital banks used the new rates to attract customers. And it worked. Accounts earning 4.5%, 4.8%. Even 5% became the new normal. That changed the game. Because now, the average American can earn more by letting their money sit in a digital account than by investing in conservative funds. That's the power of interest rates used wisely. And once people understand this, there's no going back. Today, more than ever, people want to take control of their money. They no longer accept middlemen who complicate, hide, or block their funds. High-yield digital accounts are a direct response to that demand. They put power back in the user's hands. You can manage everything from your phone, monitor growth in real time, and choose when and how to withdraw. No permission needed. That kind of freedom is enticing because it means more than convenience. It symbolizes independence. This trend of switching to digital is not just rational. It's emotional. It reflects a society tired of relying on others to manage their financial future. Now, with just a few clicks, anyone can take the reins, and that becomes addictive. In traditional banks, your money feels trapped in bureaucracy. To open an account, you need paperwork. To understand your statement, it's confusing. But on digital platforms, everything is easy, intuitive, transparent. You sign up in minutes, transfer your money, and it starts earning immediately. The language is clear, the buttons work, the reports make sense. And in a world that's moving faster than ever, simplicity has become a luxury. People don't want to waste time figuring out complex rules. They want ease, speed, and most of all, control. That's why so many are trading the old school bank for the smart bank. Because in the end, those who complicate lose. And those who simplify lead. When someone makes their first account switch and sees the interest a month later, something changes. They feel smarter, more connected to their future, more active in managing their finances. It's a powerful psychological effect. That first reward sparks a desire to repeat and do even better. And that feeling spreads. A neighbor hears about it. A friend asks. The family starts considering it too. This chain reaction starts with real-life results. People didn't just hear about it. They saw it happen. And that creates a new kind of motivation. The pride of having made the right choice. And when the average American realizes they don't need economists to make smart decisions, they never go back to being passive. From bank failures to corruption scandals, Americans have lost trust in the traditional financial system. And that distrust isn't limited to the lower class. It cuts across all income levels. No one wants to be the last to know when their bank is going under. That's why people are seeking out alternatives that are more transparent, more accessible, more predictable. And high-yield savings accounts offer exactly that: clarity, access, and control. When you understand how the interest is calculated, when you see your balance grow day by day, when you know your money is insured down to the last cent, the feeling is different. It's a sense of security that traditional banks no longer deliver. And once you feel that, you don't go back. In the past, to earn 5% returns, you had to study investing, open a brokerage account, understand risk. Today, you just click a link, transfer your funds, and start earning. This reduction in effort is changing the financial behavior of millions of Americans. They realize they can earn more without becoming traders, that they can grow their money without taking risks. And that's extremely attractive, because in a world where time is money, where everything is fast-paced, solutions that simplify and still make you money are essential. This trend isn't just about switching accounts. It's about switching mindsets, from hard to easy, from inefficient to automatic, from traditional banks to digital freedom. This is the story of Rachel Carter, a 29-year-old administrative assistant living in the suburbs of Dallas, Texas. For years, she did everything the right way, kept her bank account since her teens, paid her bills on time, avoided credit cards, and tried to save part of her paycheck every month. But even being organized, Rachel felt a quiet frustration after years of saving. She looked at her statement and saw that with over $8,000 saved, the bank had paid her only $2.17 in interest for the entire year. Yes, a whole year. That was a wake-up call. How is it possible that I'm a responsible customer, saving consistently, and I get rewarded with a couple of dollars, she thought. The next day, Rachel came across a viral TikTok video. It was from a creator talking about high-yield savings accounts and showing how much her money had earned in just 1 month using a digital account from SoFi. That hit differently. For the first time, Rachel realized the problem wasn't her. It was the system. So she made a simple decision. open a new account, transfer half of her savings, and wait. 1 month later, she opened the app and saw $27.41 in automatic earnings. No investing, no risk, no lifestyle change, just a bank change. And that changed everything. Today, Rachel has moved all her money, gets her paycheck directly into her digital account, and even convinced her brother to do the same. My money has never worked this hard for me, and I've never done so little to make it happen. If you like Rachel's story and want to see more real-life examples of regular people flipping the financial switch with simple actions like this, give this video a like. It really helps the channel grow and spread the kind of information that big banks don't want you to see. And of course, subscribe now so you don't miss the next episodes with practical tips, top account comparisons, and more financial transformation stories just like this one. Click the red button, hit the bell icon, and join us in changing how your money works for you. Leave your like and subscribe to our channel to support us.